First, the future of West Papua depends on the success of the process of democratization in Indonesia in general. The better future of West Papua also depends on how much we achieve successes in building civil society groups working together, Jakarta and Papua. NGOs in Jakarta, NGOs in Papua, churches in Papua, and also churches in other parts of Indonesia should work together, should help each other to strengthen and give enough pressures and help to the government for the best interests of the Papuans. So far, between Jakarta, they have different gaps in understanding what are the roots of conflict. The Papuan talks about history, about human rights violation, about marginalization. Jakarta only talk about schools, about building infrastructure, but they completely ignore what are the concerns of Papuans. So we need a dialogue to get into a common understanding about the problems and how to solve this together. The strength, the power itself lies on the honesty and the truth that we try to reach. It's painful. It's just, many people dislike this truth, but we learn a lot to accept the truth that we don't want to listen, the truth that we don't want to hear. But I think the government will learn a lot. They don't like it, but they will learn how to accept the truth and try to be sympathetic to the sufferings of the Papuans. I think this is the furthest way we can achieve. But I always keep saying to the government that do what you can afford for the best interest for the Papuans, and also talk to the Papuans. Try to strengthen yourself, improve your leadership, respect your own leaders, and then you will have more bargaining positions before the central government. And most important of all is the dominant separatist paradigm. Separatist paradigm is a way of thinking, the mindset, which grows more than 40 years between Jakarta and Papua. The Jakarta always thinks that Papuan have a strong tendency to be separatist, always distrust, always suspect any Papuan leaders that they have in their heart of the demands of independence and will secretly try to work for it. Even the governor, even the parliament leaders, and their very strong suspicion to Jakarta, to Papuans. But on the other side, we have also the Papuans who always think any bad things happen in Papua, it is because of Indonesian government policy. You have problem of HIV/AIDS. The Papuans, many Papuans think that this is designed by Jakarta. Jakarta has sent prostitutes to make Papuan suffer from HIV/AIDS, and a lot of examples showing suspicion, but also a kind of culture of terror, a culture which grows for more than 40 years of violence, of the fear, of the intimidation, which strengthens and builds the wall between Jakarta and Papua. So we have distrust, very deep distrust between Jakarta and Papua. That's why we in Jakarta, in DP, working with the diocese in Jayapura, we think of how to start a process of dialogue, how to end conflict and enter into post-conflict stage, transform enmity into partnership and the culture of terror, and conclude the roots of conflict and cooperate for workable resolutions.